Hello everyone, so my name is Krisztina Kanizsai. I'm coming from T-Systems International, probably a different type of company maybe you are working for now or you have experience with. So we thought it would be interesting for you to have an insight how a big company like this operates and how customer experience culture develops in a company like this. So about my background, I have an IT background. I have been working for multinational companies for 15 years. And I have worked for British American company, French company, and German company. And what I can say that all of these companies are different from cultural point of view. But not the companies, but within the companies, the divisions itself are different in terms of culture. I have experience of leading teams, like service unit head, leading 80 people, but I also have experience leading without authority, like a project manager or a program manager. What I have experienced during these years, that what is very important, that people make the difference and culture make the difference if you want to succeed. So about a few words of T-Systems International. We are just repositioning our value proposition towards our customers. We have 4 building blocks of connectivity, digital solutions, cloud infrastructure, and security. And yes, we have a special, unique T-Systems approach. This is our value proposition, and we promise digitization end-to-end and scalable. But what is behind this? Behind of this promise, this is the organization. The organization is portfolio-led. We have 11 portfolio units in 14 countries. We have 5 locations, nearshore and offshore locations. We have more than 40,000 employees, and we have 350 customers outside Germany. So it's a huge, huge spaceship. And how to be customer-centric, how to ensure that that value proposition will be delivered to our customers. So how might we establish customer-centric culture in a portfolio-led organization in order to gain competitive advantage on the market and support T-Systems International's growth? We have business values, and client centricity is one of them. But okay, how to make it happen? I also have good books, and they say that the building blocks for reprogramming your corporate DNA are the following. You have to define your customer-centric values and behaviors, because you have values, but it's very hard to get hold of those if you don't have these behavior examples or patterns your employees can refer to or connect to. The second one is to hire candidates with customer-centric values. It sounds funny, but it's much easier to hire someone who is fitting your company culture and your goal and your values than to reshape or make those changes of your employees' old beliefs and behaviors and attitudes. But of course, you cannot change everyone in the organization from overnight, and this is not the point. But we have to create the culture, and we have to socialize the importance of customer centricity. And the tools are storytelling, training, rituals, informal and formal rewards. But it is also very important that you have to have the processes, the policies, the technologies behind, so your employees could be able to deliver that great experience you are promising. So let me share our journey on that cultural change. Till the end of last year, I was working for IT Services Hungary, which is a nearshore location of T-Systems International. And together with my colleague Tamás, we have started a customer experience program for IT Services Hungary. This is my passion. I believe it in this topic. I think this is the way T-Systems International should go, because customer experience became the biggest differentiator, not just in B2C, but in B2B. And we are dealing with B2B clients. So I stepped up, as Tommy said. I need to step up, so I stepped up with Tamás, my colleague, and we convinced our board members that we need to run a customer experience program to raise awareness, because times are changing. We have a new organization which is very siloed, and somehow we have to ensure the customer-centric approach, the customer focus within this organization to deliver high-level services. A complete customer experience program would contain strategy, customer understanding, empathy, design, measurement, governance, and culture. But if you start as a hero, your mission in a big company on a topic which is quite new, you cannot start with all of those. You have to select one, and we picked culture and awareness. What we did, we immediately created an enterprise social network portal, which is You and Me for T-Systems International. And we created a portal for client centricity, and within that for customer experience. We published articles, blogs, and our events. We also have an internal SharePoint portal. We also regularly published our events and campaigns, and we use the social media tool to post CX events on our social media platforms. And yes, we had to make our colleagues aware of the topic. So we have appeared on all employee forums we appeared on all my meetings with the topic, all hands calls, leadership forum, talking about the importance of customer experience, asking support, sharing our results. We also had open events for our employees, like a Think Together event, where we have invited Han Gerritz from KPMG, who is the establisher of Idea Factory. And we had an ideation session together with our colleagues, asking them to step in their customers' shoes and think about how IoT could support their customers' business. It was a great success, and they really felt the power of this ideation, and they also felt that they are able to step in the customer's shoes. They can have innovative ideas, so when they go back to their daily work, they will be able to come up with innovative ideas, think together with the customer, and moving forward the customer's business. We also had Lego Serious Play workshops on customer experience, where our colleagues were building themselves and the organization and the customer and the requirements and the needs and how they feel, so they could visualize from the whole situation, and they could take away their struggles and also their ideas how to move on. And we were very lucky because we started our venture with Exalt, and we decided to support them with the Doers Conference as a sponsor. And we convinced our management to sponsor the Service Design Conference and to give tickets to employees. So more and more colleagues could go to the conference and have these new ideas, open new window to the world of service design and client centricity. We were sponsors last year and this year as well. And I'm very proud of the result that in 2018 we had 836 employee contacts with customer experience. We were talking about it, we had events, people were on the conferences. And I think this year we already can feel that the new thinking, more and more projects are coming, and something started. And yes, we used the transformative effect of design. So we had a massive open online course of design thinking, and 100 of our colleagues did the course. It's an online course, and got familiar with design thinking. We have colleagues who completed the service design expert course of MOME. We had a design facilitator training held by Tamás for 11 colleagues. And the company started a cultural change with outward mindset, how to think outwardly, not inwardly, which is very important for empathy and to understand your customers' needs and your colleagues' drivers. And as we moved this year, I also moved to a new position. I'm in an international role currently in one of the PUs in the Service Excellence team, responsible for customer experience and feedback for 11 countries within this PU. And together with Tamás, we are continuing our journey and our mission. So our next mission is to create a customer experience training, which will be a standard element of our service manager colleagues. So they have a different approach. We teach them the tools they can use in their everyday work together with the clients. This is something which would be a dream for me if it come true. And the other two, because I believe that courses are good, but doing things are even better. So it's very good if you hear about the methodology or you see a tool, but if you have never used it, it will get lost. So we use co-creation with multidisciplinary teams. We do these workshops on customer showcases, process design, strategy, and lately on product design as well. And because we have this siloed organization, we need the flexible organization as well. So earlier it was called cross-functional team. Now we call it multidisciplinary team. But the point is to have more and more people from different organizational units with different point of view and to have a good result. And we have great success with these workshops. The challenge is that after the workshop, the ideas need to come true. And when our colleagues go back to their everyday life, it's very hard to push through the new projects, to put extra effort to these. And yes, this is something we learned, that we need to keep the momentum, and with agile delivery, we have to push the organization to deliver the results they have ideated. And stories have the power because we connect to stories. So we are collecting stories from these 11 countries on customer wow moments, farming success, innovative customer solutions. And we want to give visibility, and we want to give example to the organization and to our colleagues that it is feasible, it can make happen, it's not rocket science, everyone can do it. And this way we would like to encourage this behavior. And in terms of rewards, as responsible for customer feedback, we have a yearly customer survey. And I had the opportunity to do engagement calls with 11 countries. And we have found a lot of good practices. And there are very mature local business units who are really building on customer relationships, and they have a high maturity in customer experience management. And there are others which need to evolve, and our aim is to support them on this journey. One of my favorite good practices is from Mexico, that after the yearly customer feedback survey, satisfaction survey, the company gives all employees who are working on the account with the highest satisfaction rate a medal and a diploma. And this is on an all-employee meeting, and all the names who were contributing to that success are on the board, and each and every one is called out, and the MD is shaking their hands and saying thank you. This is a very nice gesture, and really helping the culture and the attitude to develop in the right direction we would like to. So to sum up my presentation, it's very important that mindset drives behavior, and behavior drives results. So we have to show behaviors and to our colleagues to have this shift of culture in the culture. And we have to be patient. So it doesn't happen from one day to the other. It might take years in such a big company. We need very strong management support, heavy stakeholder management in such a company where we have so many organizational units, teams, interests, politics. We have to move from one stepping stone to the next one. So it's not like in an agency that maybe 20, 50 people come together and decide we are going this direction, but it's really huge and it's hard to direct. I really recommend to use design as a transformative tool. I really recommend if you don't want to die alone in this journey, to transfer the knowledge and to build community, because at the end you can do everything. And yeah, if you want to change the culture, you need ambassadors who will also spread the new way of thinking. And what I already told you, keep the momentum and make things happen, drive the result, and give them visibility. It's very important to show your results, be visible, and and keep going. So that was it. Thank you.
Any questions?
What was the key to convince the management to invest this strategy? And you mentioned that you didn't put measurement topic focused in the beginning, but do you see any results in financial terms, let's say already, revenues or shares, something like that, and how important it is for them?
So the question was how we could convince the management. That was your first question. Actually, it was a momentum because the new business values came out with client centricity, and actually the company also had a business challenge on finding new businesses, and we hardly used the relationship of the operational colleagues in the finding, upselling, looking for new business. And that was the momentum we used to sell the idea. And we actually developed a methodology for the business development team, how they can use customer centricity for business development. And actually that was the key. And in terms of the second question was regarding measurement, what do we see? We don't see yet financial results. So this is why I said we have to be patient. So it needs time. It needs time to really have financial results from these changes.
So you recommend patience in an organization as large as this, and you're saying you can't see results immediately, but how do you sell that to higher-ups who are like, we put all this money into service design, when are we going to see results? How do you, I guess, spread this patience or teach it?
This is why I said it's very important to make things happen. Because if we have all these workshops and nothing happens, then obviously they will say, okay, it doesn't work.
Okay. Fair enough.
One more question, yeah.
What are the rituals that work for you?
We are a German company, not an American one. So we don't. Actually, I have one ritual. I learned during my engagement course of the customer survey. In Netherlands, they have weekly stand-ups, and everyone in the team tells the story of the last week of a face-to-face customer meeting, and they also share what are their plans for this week to have direct customer contacts. So this is the one I know they do.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Krisztina. You can find her right after the presentation.
Thank you.